Hello, welcome back to another video tutorial at Geekatplay Studios. My name is Gary Miller. I got a request over from Renderosity on how to make a tablecloth for a rectangular table. And that's going to be extremely easy. So let's start off with a cube, and this will be our table, rectangular table. I'm not going to make legs. Um, it's pretty easy to make the tablecloth. I'm just using this as the shape for the tablecloth that I want to make. Okay, so let's freeze that. I'm going to come around to a top view. I'm going to come over here and create a grid and make it the exact same size as the tablecloth and validate that. Hide my table for now. What I need to do now is to divide this up. So come over to my vertex modeling tab, and under the tessellate button, hold it down, and I'm going to divide it up into 4 quarters. Select all of those, and let's tessellate it again. Select them, and we will tessellate them again. Now, I think for best results, you will want to tessellate it maybe one more time, but I'm not going to, because it will make it just a little bit easier for me to create this a little bit quicker for the demonstration of this tutorial if I don't have all those extra tessellations. Okay, so with it sitting on my table, we need to now turn this into a tablecloth. So I'm going to come over here to select edges, select those edges, L on the keyboard to loop that selection, select those two, loop those as well, and I'll use fast extrude and extrude downwards. Now this is the to simulate the material draping over the tablecloth, and I'll just down to there. Looks good. Okay, let me hide my modeling plane for now. Let's come over here to a wireframe, a right view, and I want a wireframe view. So lit wireframe, and come over here to select points. I'm going to select those 2 points, hold down shift, those two, and those two. Now I need to come back to a it's not going to allow me to. Alright, tell you what I'll do. Perspective view. Select those 2 points, those two, essentially every other one. There we are. And I will scale those out somewhat dramatically. These are going to be the folds or the flares in the material. Select every other one here. Now I am scaling these out kind of dramatically, but when we go to add some smoothness to this, you will see that it's actually not that dramatic because it will round it off quite a bit. Okay, let's come over here to smoothing and smooth it. I'll give it 2 smoothing levels. Come back to my scene tree, enable my table. Probably need to drag this up a little bit. I'm going to disable the smoothing because what I need to do now is I need to create an edge, a beveled edge along here, so that the edge of the tablecloth doesn't round off quite so much. So let me come over here to my surface modeling and create a chamfer. and I'll just do a count of 0. I need to add those extra cuts. Let me zoom in here. I need to add those extra cuts on both sides of that original edge selection that I made, because now when I go to add 2 levels of smoothing, notice how much sharper the corner is along the edge of the table. And down here, it flows nicely. So let's re-enable our table. We might have to do a little bit of adjusting for the tablecloth so that it fits and the table doesn't poke through. So this is a easy way to make a tablecloth. But I'm going to go ahead and commit my smoothing level for this. Come down here and notice all the polygons I've got. I've got a lot of polygons on this, so come over here to utilities, and on this icon here I'm going to hold down my left mouse button and come right down here, and it will remove a lot of these extra polygons right up here on top. Now chances are, depending upon where it gets rid of the extra polygons, you might have some smoothing issues here on this large center polygon. So for example, if it got rid of all of these polygons here along the edge, leaving just one, leaving this one to be much larger, and it extended all the way to the edge, you would probably have some smoothing issues. As it is, I don't have any smoothing issues at all, and that's because I have so many extra edge cuts or subdivisions before this large polygon appears. But if you do have some smoothing issues, all you got to do is add come over here to sweep surface and just bring it in and add an extra set of edges along the sides on the inside, and that will solve your smoothing issues. So this is a easy way to make a fairly respectable looking tablecloth to cover a table, a rectangular table. And the same would also hold true if you wanted to make a tablecloth to go over a square table as well. So that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching here at Geekatplay Studios. My name is Gary Miller. Have a good day.